Big Mike, Hayes Entertainment here. Today's episode, we got Shaq Evans, CFL All Star and Saskatchewan Rough Rider. If you like what we're doing, hit the subscribe button.
Shaq Evans here with the Saskatchewan Rough Riders, and I'm coming up on I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
Ryan Hayes and Big Mike. I never stop. I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
I Only Touch Greatness podcast with Ryan Hayes and Big Mike. We are going live.
Shaq.
You hear me?
Yeah, how's it going, Shaq?
Doing good. How you guys?
Good, man. Thank you very much for taking your time for us today and coming on the podcast. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry about my buddy here wearing that ugly Lions hat.
Yeah. All good.
We're just going to ask you a bunch of questions about football.
Okay.
So, what was it like growing up in Inglewood, Cali? What are the positives and negatives?
Positives, I would say. I mean, it's not as bad as people may think in terms of safety or whatever. I mean, I felt pretty safe, but I was also a loser, I guess. I didn't really do anything, just focused on sports in school, didn't party or nothing like that. But there's not really no negatives to it, I don't think, really. I love Inglewood. That's where I'm from, and, I enjoy going up there.
One of the best rappers of all time came out of Inglewood in Mac 10.
Mac, I don't know about all time, but he's known, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What made you get into football in the first place?
I have to say just my mom making me play sports, like, getting you out the house, having you do stuff. So started with flag football. Started playing when I was about 5 years old. So ever since then, I just fell in love with it. I was the best player from the time I, stepped on the field. It was just natural for me. So just continued to pursue it.
And now you're the best receiver in the CFL.
Yeah. I'm at least one of the best. I'm one of the best.
Who are your biggest influences in your career?
Biggest influencers, I have to say my mom first and foremost, because she, made so many sacrifices for me, growing up. She's a single mother with, 2 kids at the time, and she has more kids. And I have more brothers and sisters now, but at the time when I was young, it was just me and my brother. And she was single, no car, nothing, just making it happen for us. And so I'm forever in debt to her. And then other than that, I guess my coaches in high school, because honestly, up until my junior year, I wasn't even thinking about scholarships or going to college or playing football in college. It was so far gone for me, but they kept pushing me and encouraging me because I was real shy and didn't want to go to camps and stuff like that. And they really pushed me to do that. So those are definitely the influences.
Well worth the push.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite sports hero?
Sports hero? I guess everybody says Michael Jordan, but I would have to say I like Russell Westbrook. Honestly, I was gonna go out and say it that's because I was still in high school when he was at UCLA, and just seeing his passion and the way he plays the game hard all the time, and just how he grinds and things like that, and his personality. I feel like we're kind of the same person. We're real quiet and stuff off the field or off the court. But once we get on the field, it's we change to a whole different person. We're just mean, mad, and just, mad at everyone. So you can tell how Russ plays. He's just angry. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Why do you wear number 1? And any nicknames?
I wear 1 because, when I was in high school, growing up, I was, I started playing varsity when I was in 10th grade. So there was, seniors and stuff ahead of me. And so, my 10th grade year, I was just happy to be on the field. I wasn't really trying to make crazy. I was just happy to be out there. So there was this guy named Smoke, because he was so fast. His name was Smoke, and he was so fast. And I love how smooth he was playing the game. I just looked up to him, basically. And he was a senior when I was a junior. And so just watching him all year, I was like, when he leaves, I want to wear that number. And I asked him, before he was gone, like, could I wear it? And he told me I could. And so ever since then, I've just been rocking, 1 whenever I can.
Growing up, did you have any players you looked up to or mirrored your game after?
No, not really. Just, I mean, I kind of compare myself kind of to Andre Johnson, just kind of a little bit, because he was a bigger type receiver and a guy that was good after the catch, and then just had strong hands. So I try to be like that. I try to always attack the ball and just make those, those aggressive catches that require you to be aggressive, because sometimes receivers, wait on the ball too much or don't go towards it, and it can make the difference between the interception and a touchdown.
You obviously went to Notre Dame, and then you transferred to UCLA. What made that decision?
It wasn't work. Actually, let me connect my headphones real quick. Hold on.
Yeah,
real quick. Be right back. All right, cool. So what was the question again?
I just said you attended Notre Dame, then you transferred to UCLA. What made you make that decision? Just to be close to home?
Oh, no, that was part of it, but that wasn't the main reason. The main reason was because I wasn't playing how I thought I should be. I felt like I was one of the better players on the roster. I felt like the only person that was better than me was, Michael Floyd. He did a few years in the NFL, but that was the only guy I felt that was better than me, and I didn't feel like I should be 4th or 5th receiver. And I gave him a chance in training camp to move me up. I felt like I was performing well, and things just didn't happen. So I went to Coach Kelly and told him, like, I want to transfer. And luckily I had suitors already that wanted to bring me in, and it was Oregon, UCLA, just mostly Pac-12 schools. And then I was like, yeah, it came down to UCLA and Oregon, and I was like, I don't want to go back to another cold, miserable place. So I was like, I'm just gonna stay home this time.
Yeah, well, I mean, can't ask for a better organization to go to like UCLA. I mean, they have such history in football. So many good players come from there.
And you played with a bunch of good players also in Miles Jack, Paul Perkins,
Anthony Barr, Eric Kendricks, Cassius Marsh, Dayton Jones. Yeah, the list goes on. I played with some ballers for sure.
What was it like catching passes from Hundley?
It was cool, like, just knowing that the type of cachet he had coming out of high school. He was like 4 or 5 star quarterback. So I remember messaging him one time when I had first transferred to UCLA, and I had to sit out. So I was just looking at who we were bringing in. I saw his name and his stars, and it was like I just hit him up on some random stuff, like, yeah, make sure you still come here. I know we suck this year, but don't opt out and go somewhere else. So. But he ultimately ended up coming to UCLA, so it was definitely a blessing having a quarterback of that talent for the last 2 years of my career.
Yeah, your last season there in UCLA, you put up career numbers and 9 touchdowns. That's huge. What happened? Yeah. What helped you have such a successful season?
I think just the work, just the work and the focus I put in, coming into my senior year, because I knew that was going to be a huge year. Like, it was my last year of college, and, I wanted to be a professional, so I knew I had to put more touchdowns on the board, because up until that point, I think the most I had in the season was 3, which was not only because of me, it was because we had a 6'8" tight end and Joe Fourier. So, usually when all my touchdowns were long touchdowns. So it was like, if we were in the red zone, it was going to Joe Fourier, because 6'8", 6'1". I would take 6'8" too every time. So I understood. So, but I knew that coming into next year, I would get more opportunities, and I took advantage of it.
Take me back to 2014 when you got drafted by the New York Jets. Where were you?
I was at the barbershop, actually. Because it was early, so I was trying to get my haircut before they started announcing the names. But it was like right when the fourth round started, my coach Moore called me and told me that the Chiefs might be getting ready to take me. So it was right when I was got done with my haircut, so I just hopped in my car and just zoomed back to my house, and then right when I pulled up, I could hear like my mom and them saying stuff, and I'm like, oh, like what's going on? Then I get a call from, I think it was Rex Ryan or something from the Jets, and I'm like, oh, the first question, are you ready to be a Jet? And I'm like, you just been a big smile on your face, like hell yeah, like I'm ready to be a Jet, like. So it was definitely a great feeling. It's a feeling that you only feel once, because it's like it's only going to happen once. So it's definitely a moment you try to take in, because it's accumulation of at that point I was 23. Yeah, so took 23 years to get to that point. So it was definitely a surreal feeling.
And then, go ahead.
And then you had that you signed the contract, obviously, and then you had a shoulder injury, right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I had a shoulder injury. I think the fourth or fifth day of training camp, and ended up getting surgery and missing the rest of the season.
And then you had a couple other stints with the Patriots, Cowboys, Jaguars.
Yeah.
And then obviously you switched over and came to dominate in the CFL.
Yeah.
Did you end up catching passes from the GOAT, Tom Brady, when you were in New England?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think it was mostly Garoppolo. Because I was there on practice squad, so I wasn't really working with the ones. So I was working with the twos and stuff. So I was with Jimmy G a lot, and I was only there for I think 8 days. So never really got it. I got a chance to meet him and talk to him a little bit, but I didn't really get to catch any passes from him.
Well, what is your favorite sports movie?
Ooh, there's so many. I probably would go 11 basketball. Yeah, I love 11 basketball, because they filmed it right there where I'm from. So like the part where they're driving from the mall after her game, when he was taking her home. Yeah, I've been to that mall plenty of times. That used to be Magic Johnson's movie theater. I think it's still there. So yeah, I'll go 11 basketball.
Okay.
How close did you live to the Forum?
The Forum? Oh, that's right down. That's 5 minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Right there. Yeah. Right on Manchester. Yep.
What's the difference between the CFL and NFL for you?
The difference is, I would say not the talent, because we have plenty of talent. Like I said, it's only so many spots in the NFL. There's only 1,500 spots. There's thousands of players, so everybody's not going to make it. So we definitely have talent up there. But I'd say the biggest difference is the field is bigger, and it's wider and it's longer, and the waggle, the thing, when you run 10 yards before you get to run your route. So I would say the biggest difference is you have to be in a little better shape as a receiver, because you're constantly moving, the motions, the waggles, and the routes that you're running. So that was the biggest difference for me, not the talent or the speed of the game. I think the speed of the game's the same. Talent, obviously there's more talent in the NFL, because those are elites of the elites, but we have talent as well. But like I said, the biggest difference is, I would say, the conditioning that you have to be in as a receiver.
Yeah, this year you absolutely killed it. I loved watching you. Obviously, career year, putting up 1,334 yards, 5 touchdowns, named CFL All Star as well as CFL West All Star. That's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely. I knew I would be a division All Star. I was really waiting on that league All Star, but when I got it, I didn't even believe it, because I really thought they were going to try to play me for some. I don't know why, because I was a new guy. And it's only my second year, and for him to be an all-star only the second year, it was I didn't know if they were going to try to, do me dirty. But once I saw it, I was like, wow, I really accomplished something that I set out to do, because I knew that the previous year I had a good year, but I knew I could have done more, and that's why I worked so hard through a shoulder surgery and everything to be ready for 2019 and have the year I had.
Yeah, I love that one video when you went over to the bench and you threw on the chain, the boycott average chain. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Where did you come up with that idea? Where did that come from?
Oh, that came from one of our other receivers, Manny Arsenal. Manny Arsenal is the one. Yeah, he's the sole guy that came up with that idea. He didn't come up with the saying. Boycott average comes from our strength coach, Coach Clint. He always, that's his main saying is boycott average. So Manny had the idea to make the chain, and he brought it in one day at practice, and we was like, "What is that?" He was like, "It's the chain we gonna wear like whenever somebody make a big play." And so yeah, all the credit goes to Manny on that one. He came up with that chain.
Yeah, Manny's a good friend of the show. We know him I know him pretty well after years of being a BC Lions season ticket holder.
Yeah, he's a legend over there.
So we know Manny pretty well. We tried to sneak in Manny onto this episode with you, but
and Solomon too. We reached out to Solomon too, but he didn't get back to us in time. So
LA boy.
Hey, did you get to play with another friend of mine, Duran Carter?
Duran, interesting guy. Yeah, he's cool. He's an interesting dude. He's cool though. I love Duran. He's just a little interesting. He's got to learn how to deal with him.
Yeah, you played with him though, right?
Yeah, I played with him for I think up
year.
to week 8 or week 9, and then they traded him to Toronto, I think. Yeah.
Okay. What's your best career highlight and low light?
Best career highlight just in my whole life.
Yeah.
I'll say the touchdown against Winnipeg. And week I forget what week it was. It was like the third time he played him. So that touchdown at the end of the game that sealed it and gave me the career high in yards. Just knowing that sealed it, and at the time it came, and it was against Winnipeg, so that definitely is up there. And low light, probably my game against Ottawa, my first year when we played them at home. I think I had like 3 drops. It was terrible. I remember that.
It happens.
Yeah, it happened. It was one of them nights. I don't know. I just couldn't catch the ball. Like, the thing is, the game started off so good for us. Like, we had a kick return for a touchdown. I caught like a 45-yard post, and things were good. Then all of a sudden, it just went bad. Like, for the whole team, like, we just couldn't score. I couldn't catch the ball. Fans were booing me, booing the team. I'm just like, I couldn't wait to get home after that. I couldn't wait to get home. Luckily, I had a girl waiting for me, so she made me feel better.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's up for sure.
Even though we're from BC, obviously, I gotta give it to you guys, the Rough Riders. I mean, you guys got the best fans in the league. Every time you guys come to BC, I make sure I'm at that game because it's usually at least 50-50 fan-wise, and it's crazy.
If not more Sask fans, if not.
Yeah, and for me, I can't stand those games when the Rough Rider fans invade the BC and there's green everywhere. I still fight with chicks that are from Saskatchewan because they're always posting the logo and they're talking about it. No, it just drives me crazy being a Lions ticket holder.
How do you like the winters out there?
Oh.
Yeah.
No, like, cause I got a girlfriend now. She stays in Saskatchewan, so I was out there for a little bit during the months of January and February, and yeah, it's terrible. I didn't know it could get that cold in life. Like, I didn't know that.
The winters and the mosquitoes, man. Those mosquitoes down there are like hummingbirds.
You just stole my joke. Hey, what would I find in your playlist? Like, what would you listen to before game?
I'm random. I'll listen to anything, honestly. Whatever sounds good. But normally it's probably gonna be R&B, honestly. Like, most people don't want to listen to rap or rock or something like that. No, I'm just trying to listen to something smooth, like something smooth, calm me down, get ready. Because game day, I'm super calm. Like, I don't like, my routine is real simple. I get there a couple hours for the game and just chill, really. I do all my work during the week. Like, game day, I chill until the game start, honestly. Like, I do the pregame warm-up with the team, but how some players go out there and do like their individual warm-up and stuff. Like, I don't do that. Like, I'm not doing that. I take care of my business during the week. So on game day, I can be real cool, real calm, and that's just how I am. So yeah, that's the type of music I listen to. Like, especially when it's right before we go on the field, I'm gonna listen to like an R&B song or something like that. Yeah.
You got any pregame meals or rituals?
Pregame meals, rituals? Nah, no real rituals. The biggest thing is just I like to just be left alone. Really, I just want to put my headphones in and just be in my zone and things like that. But in SAS, like, I guess me and Kyron, like, because we live together, like we always get Subway on a home game. Like every home game, that's our pregame meal is Subway because those are like everywhere in Canada. Like every other like liquor stores, like they're just boom, 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 Subway, Subway, Subway. So that's the only time I really eat Subway is when I'm in Sask. Like I eat Subway all the time because it's like always like right there. So, but yeah, that's like I'll say that's our ritual. Me and Swerve, we always get a sandwich from Subway before we head to the stadium.
What is the best part about competing on a team like Saskatchewan?
The best part is the fans for sure. They go everywhere with us, and then every home game is pretty turned up because they damn near sell it out every time. 29, 30,000 every time, and it's always good when you winning. It's always good when you winning. Like I've been blessed to have success so far in the CFL in terms of wins. I mean, we haven't won the ultimate prize yet, but there's 8 other teams that haven't won the ultimate prize since I've been there. So it's a tough thing to do, but to win, I think 25 regular season games out of I think 34. Yeah, so 25 out of 34.
That's pretty solid.
I'll take that. So that's definitely been the best part of just winning and then having a contribution to that winning. It makes you feel really good.
What's it like catching passes from Cody?
Cody,
I remember seeing him say something like, "That's all I gotta do is it's easy for him. He's just gotta throw the ball up and it's going in your hand."
Yeah. It's definitely a blessing. He throws a very catchable ball, and he's always on target. Usually, it's rare that he misses. Like it's rare that he's just gonna be just completely off. If he's off, it's probably because he got rushed or he got hit or something like that. And Cody's just super poised and super just down to earth. Like you can talk to him about anything. He'll never take anything offensive and things like that. He's always looking to get better. Because the crazy thing is like the fact that we had the chemistry we did was amazing because we had 0 reps together before we played Ottawa the second game of the year. Like we had 0 reps. Like I didn't practice in training camp because I had shoulder surgery. So they were being cautious with me and didn't make me practice. And then, that first week of the season, like Zach was our quarterback, so he was getting all the first team reps. And then we didn't start working together really until that week against Ottawa. And for him to go out there and throw for 400 something yards was crazy, but it just shows you the type of guy he is and how well prepared he is. Because up until that point, we really hadn't seen each other in 7 years. I think we played each other in college, and I didn't know who he was, honestly. But I didn't know if that was him until I played that week. Like, oh, you were the quarterback from Nevada my senior year. I didn't know that.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite road stadium or road barn?
Ooh, favorite.
And why is it not BC?
Nah, BC. You know why it's not BC. There'll be nobody in there, dude. I'm gonna go with man, I ain't gonna say favorite, but just the atmosphere. I like Winnipeg is pretty crazy. Like the fans are crazy. Like they cussing us out in the tunnel every single time. Like, and they get pretty loud. So I don't like playing there, but if I had to pick a place that's enjoyable to win in, I would definitely say Winnipeg Stadium. But it's so hard to win there. It's really hard.
Yep.
What's your favorite song of all time? Favorite song? I don't know. I never really thought about a favorite song. It's too many songs. I got thousands of songs in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll say "Ransom" by Drake and Lil Wayne. Yeah, that's like the first song I ever heard by Drake, and he killed it. Like he went insane. They both did. But that was like how I got introduced to Drake. And then, but actually not introduced to him because I knew who he was. Because I had watched Degrassi a little bit growing up, a little bit, and I had no idea it was a Canadian show until I saw him. I was like when I heard the song before I saw his picture, and he showed me the picture after I heard the song, and I'm like, that's Aubrey Graham. Like he was on freaking Degrassi, and now he's rapping like this. Wow, like I did not know that. Yeah,
I didn't even know they had that show in the States.
They showed it. They showed it down here. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So I got a couple quick response questions.
Okay.
LeBron, Jordan, or Kobe?
Jordan.
Have you watched the documentary?
Yeah, But even before that, I don't. LeBron is third. Like I don't like.
Yeah,
LeBron.
you think LeBron's third?
I agree.
Who's the best rap group of all time?
Group. Whew. I'll go with NWA. Even though they didn't last that long, I'll go with them just because of the impact they have on the world and music and as a whole.
Yeah, a lot of the rap people that we interviewed, like we've interviewed a lot of them, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and a lot of people always get that question as being Bone Thugs and Harmony or NWA as being, right? And of course, what NWA did for the whole world back in the 90s. So, is Tom Brady the greatest ever?
I guess if you want to say in terms of rings, but
I'm a Seahawks fan, so feel free to.
I'll say he's I'll say he's the best because he wins. Just because he wins. So, but if you had to say on this talent alone, I gotta go with like Dan Marino or Patrick Mahomes. It's people like that could just make every throw all the time. I feel like Tom Brady just had, not trying to hate on him, but I just feel like he had more of like a system that just worked perfectly for him. Because the only time he ever really threw the ball deep, in my opinion, really like stretched the field was, those couple years he had with Moss. Other than that, I never really saw him like attack downfield. It was just always like boom, 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 boom. It wasn't like always making these amazing throws. It was just like people was just, honestly scared, probably just scared of the Patriots. Like people just went into the game just scared. So.
I think a lot of it was mental, to be honest. Like we're going to play the Patriots.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you could play any other pro sport, what would it be?
Basketball. Yeah, basketball for sure. That was like
play basketball all through high school and stuff, and then did you have to make a choice eventually, or what?
Yeah, I had to make a choice my sophomore year. I was like, I'm done. Like I'm not growing anymore, and the way I play, I need to be at least 2 or 3 inches taller. So. I'm just going to focus on football. That's my best chance of making it out of here.
And now you're killing it, so you made the right decision.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Shaq, I can't thank you enough, man, for taking your time for us today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.
You guys. Shaq Evans here with the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and I'm coming up on I Only Touch Greatness podcast.
Boom, you killed it, bro. Thank you, my man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, good luck this next season. Don't listen to this BC Lions guy.
Hey, and we'll see you at the game. I'll come holler at you at one of the games.
All right. I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Take care, bro.
All right.